Most folks don't know, but George Defined actually started as a fishing channel. Yep, there I was, the only black man fishing out of a kayak for 100 miles. MIS. It's a company out there in California. They're a smaller company, but I've had my eye on them for a while because they're kind of a niche company. They make a lot of stuff out of Cordura, and we're gonna look at this. This is their roll-up backpack right here. And what's impressive about the company is they make a lot of their stuff out of Cordura, and not only is it Cordura, but it's 1000D Cordura. So we talk about the 1000D Cordura, maybe not the best for everyday carry use, because they do have a 500D which cuts down on weight and it still has the strength that you need. But this 1000D Cordura is great. Is great for like gear hauling stuff. So this is the pack that I actually have been using for my fishing stuff. If I'm fishing like on my boat, or if I'm fishing in the woods, sometimes like I'll take a walk down in the woods to a creek or something. I could see somebody definitely picking this up for camping, for like going to the range, for hunting, or just any like outdoor gear haul, rugged, tough activity. So this pack right here, this is the roll-up version. They got a lot of different versions on their website. So this is 30 liters right here. So this gives me a lot of space for me to put everything that I need when I jump on my boat or I go down in the woods for fishing. Dimensions on this pack is 19 inches tall, it's 13.5 inches wide, and it can expand out to a depth of 7 inches. Like I said, 1000D Cordura on this pack, and not only is it 1000D Cordura, it also is coated with a urethane coating that makes it even more water resistant. No, it's not waterproof, all right? So we're gonna run through this bag like we used to do from the bottom to the top, because it's a pretty simple bag, and if I just show you the main compartment, you're gonna be like, okay, I got it. So we'll start down here at the bottom. There's some gear lashing points on the bottom right here. So if you want to like attach a bedroll or something like that, you could. What I'm really loving on this pack is the attention to detail. The attention to detail on this pack is really, really good. The sewing on it is excellent. And then you have these daisy chain features that run right up the front of the back. Now, they're so wide, I don't know necessarily. It would have to be a pretty big pouch if you were gonna do some like PALS webbing or some MOLLE right here in the front. But it's a possibility for those guys that have larger pouches that can actually span the distance. But for me, I just would hook in like a carabiner right here and maybe attach some gloves or something like that to the outside. Right here you have a morale patch field. It's a standard morale patch field. It's 3x2, and they give you this MIS made in California. The MIS actually stands for Make It Simple, and this is definitely a simple pack. So if it's going to be for some, and it may not be for others. Others might be like, nah, that's a little bit too simple. But for me, it's just right. So let me slide off to the side of this thing. So you do have buckles on the side, great nylon webbing, stitched in really well, bar tack stitches that are about 1 inch wide. These are Duraflex buckles. There's actually 4 buckles on this pack. So you got buckles on the side right here, and you got buckles on the top. So this is like great for outside use, because it's going to keep the water out. Any like creepy crawly things, you throw this on the ground or anything like that, it's going to keep the stuff out of it. So you undo all of these buckles, and I don't necessarily mind undoing all of the buckles to get into this pack because I want my stuff secure. So you have a lot of extra fabric up here, kind of raises up, and they did put a little Velcro piece up right there so they can hold this closure together. So this is reinforced nylon all the way around the outside of the opening, and then you can get into the main section. Before we get into the main section though, let me flip the bag around and show you this back panel, which I think is not awesome, but it's still it's utilitarian. So I use it, but it's not, it doesn't have the greatest air mesh system on the back and the support. This is gonna be for, like, I'm throwing this pack in with all my gear in it in my truck, or I'm throwing it in my boat, or I'm walking from my truck to the range. That's what this part of this pack is for. So the grab handle up top, just a regular piece of nylon webbing. But what's not regular is the way that they stitched in these shoulder straps. So you got a really wide, I would say it's probably about 1.5 inch piece of nylon webbing that runs across the back of this. Then there's got 2 bar tack stitches on these shoulder straps. The shoulder straps themselves are just okay. They're not the greatest feeling shoulder straps, but they're decent enough for you to, carry it to point A and point B. I wouldn't be hiking in this pack or anything like that. So the shoulder straps right here do have these D-rings. There's no air venting on them at all. And I think the shoulder straps and the back panel are something I could see MIS improving on. But for what I'm using this pack for, short walks in the woods, I'm talking about maybe under 2 to 3 miles. From my truck to my boat. This doesn't matter to me as much, because I just want the durability of the fabric, the durability of the stitching for this pack right here. What you do have in the back is something kind of slick. Is you got YKK zippers. I think they're number 8. Nice paracord lanyards on there. Very smooth zippers, and you get access to the interior of your the interior of the bag. First, let me show you the lid of the bag right here. So on the lid of the bag, there's actually a small pocket right here. So they say that this will fit up to, I think, 11 inch computer. Right there, I just stuck in my 10 inch. This is the Samsung Tab. So that's just a tablet, and it is not suspended off the bottom. I'm not necessarily going to be carrying a laptop. Me personally, I'm not going to be carrying a laptop. I'll probably get away with my tablet if I want to play a game or something. I'm not going to have Wi-Fi anyway. But this is something that I do use a lot, is this mesh pocket right here. The mesh on the inside of this pack is excellent. Super heavy duty. It reminds me a lot of what I see on Mystery Ranch packs as far as the use of the mesh. YKK zipper in here, and in here I just put like my little essential things. So when I go out in the woods, I've been taking this right here. Great knife, and I think I'm gonna do a separate review on this knife. This is the Spyderco Native 5 Salt version. This is an excellent knife. I would probably say this is probably one of the best knives I've ever had. It fits my hands great. Great sharp edge, keeps a nice edge for a while. I love that knife. And then in here, I also keep in my little flashlight. Heaven forbid I get caught out in the water and I have, to try to find my way home at night in the dark. But that's kind of it. Now, if you flip the pack over, you can kind of see I stuffed a lot of stuff in here. And this is kind of my loadout if I was going on my boat. Like, if I was going for a day in my boat, this is the stuff I would stick in here. So you can access it from the back panel, or you can access it from the roll top in the front. So I think the back panel for me is a little easier than accessing it this way. I mean, it all depends really on what your circumstance is. But for me, I like accessing it this way from the back. And this is kind of how I load it up as well. So I can unzip this, and right here is the speaker I carry in my boat right now. Doesn't have a stereo system, so I carry this Tribbit X Sound Go. It's loud enough for whatever I'm gonna do on my boat, bump my little music or whatever. So, and then I'll carry a jacket, especially now, moving into like the September time frame. So this is like a little rain jacket I'll carry, and then I'll have this is my fish finder for my boat. This is the Garmin Striker at 9SV. So this is side view for the fishermen out there. This is side view, down imaging, and regular sonar. So this is it's a huge screen. So I always take this off my boat because this is like $700-800. So I don't want anybody taking it off my boat. So I'll put it in my bag, and then when I'm ready to get on the water, then I'll just put it on my boat and load it up. And then down here will be my lunch. So this is a big ass Walmart brand lunch bag right here. This is Ozark Trail. This is big enough to fit a 6-pack in it. So you kind of see there's definitely a lot of space in this pack. And then if I'm going kind of, you know, to a creek or something, to a river, I'm just walking, I always carry, like, you know, my Plano 3700 boxes. So these are a pretty large size. I just want to give you guys, you know, an idea of what I actually carry when I'm carrying a pack like this. So, and inside, I would have loved it if it had high-vis interior, but what it does have, it doesn't have high-vis interior, obviously. It's just a big black hole. But since it opens up 2 ways, it's really not like I'm gonna lose anything in the bottom of this pack. And then in the very bottom of the pack, you do have like this rubberized material that they included. So even you're setting this pack down on the ground, on the wet ground around a stream or a river, or dewy grass or whatever, you're definitely going to be protected so that water doesn't kind of seep up and go into your stuff. So we're down here at the end of the video, and we got to talk about price. The price on this pack right here is $185. That's kind of steep, but you got to think about the fact that this pack is made in the USA, is using all top quality materials, and it also offers a lifetime warranty. So for me, I'm gonna beat the hell out of this pack. And if something goes wrong with it, it fails, I know I have that lifetime warranty behind it where I can send it back to MIS and they'll repair it or replace it for me. So for me, I think it's definitely worth it. If you ask me, George, should I buy this pack? If you're gonna take this pack and do some rugged outdoor stuff with it, I think that this is a good pot for $185. It could be, you know, we could argue about 15, 20 bucks off or something like that, but really, this is an excellent pack for $185. The materials on it is just, you know, that 1000D Cordura is hard to beat when you start talking about rugged use outside. You know, 500D Cordura is nice if you're going to be moving with the pack and everything. This is going to be a pack where I'm going to pick it up, put it down, pick it up and put it down a lot, and it's going to, you know, take the wear and abuse of riding in my boat, riding in my truck, and I want something that's going to have that heavier weight material on it. So for me, this is a win. Guys, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. It doesn't cost you a thing, you know? It doesn't cost you a thing. If you didn't like the video, hit the thumbs down button 2 times. And this channel right here, if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. I always have more room for more subscribers. I always have room for y'all. So come on in. And down in the comments, we're talking about everyday carry, backpacks, knives, flashlights, everything that people carry on a daily basis. So down there in the comments, leave it for me. If you got a question, leave it for me. Or you can hit me up in my email. I'll try to reply to you as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.